Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your general reading for November 2022. Because this is a general reading, the messages may not resonate with everyone, so I suggest that you please go back and look at your moon and rising sign. But also to really gain any insight into your own situation requires a personal reading. In case you have not heard, the website will be going offline temporarily on the 31st of October. And so what I have done, so please don't purchase any readings through the website or purchase any memberships. So what I have done is in the About Box section of the channel, I've listed the readings, packages, the prices, and whether or not they are recorded or Zoom live. Okay. And then I put my email underneath that. So if you want to book, please contact me, email me, let me know what reading that you want, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So I have with me today the Radiant White deck. I have the Levita Sabila for clarification. And we're going to go ahead and continue with the Golden Nostradamus Oracle cards. They have been doing pretty well for the month of November. We know that we are in, what do we call it, retrograde season. 7 of the 9 planets are in retrograde. We've got Mars and Gemini, who's not retrograde. At least I don't think he is right now. That's why Putin and Xi Jinping and all of those people are acting all crazy. Let me get me another chart here. Hold on. So I can see if Mars is not in retrograde, but it's at 25 Gemini. And whenever you see Mars and Gemini, is always, in my experience, talk about war. Okay. People just acting, crazy. Just a lot of, I don't even know what it is I'm trying to say, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Let's see, we have Saturn is retrograde, Uranus is retrograde, Pluto is not retrograde. So we have, at the moment, I'm going to say 1, 2, okay, 3 planets, 2 planets, hold on. There's Jupiter, there's Uranus. See, Saturn is direct. Everybody else is direct. Yeah, so it's just the 2 planets. But there is a time of the year where it's called retrograde season. That's where 7 of the 9 planets go retrograde. So obviously I have missed something somewhere. It changed. It went someplace. But then you guys know I've been dealing with some other stuff. So anyway, let's go ahead and we've had the eclipse on the 25th of October. And as you know, eclipses can hide things. So it's buttoned up against this, what do you call it? Early voting for the midterms. Also, that kerfuffle that's going on over there in Britain. And then woke up this morning and the Irish people are all in upset. So there's a lot happening. They are still protesting over in Iran, Pakistan. I believe it was Pakistan and several countries in Africa have been completely flooded. I mean, it's crazy. So let's go ahead and see what the cards may hold for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for November. Okay, can't believe it's already the end of the year. Can you believe that? In a few more days, it will be November 2022. All right, here we go. I'm going to put one more shuffle. I've already done some meditation and shuffling on your sign and glyph. I'm going to put one more rifle on these, and then we'll get started. 9 cards. All right, here we go. 6 of Cups. Not a bad start for one card. 3 of Wands. Oh, wow. 4 of Wands. Okay, some of you have decided to either remodel or redecorate your home. Make it a bit more, I don't know, comfy, nurturing. What's that word, hygge, that the Swedish use? You decided to go ahead. And here is something to celebrate as well. There's more to this. So let me get the rest of the cards down, and I will explain. The Sun. The Ten of Wands. Now, Cancer, what happened? Oh, well. And the Empress. Look at all that yellow in that spread. Wow, it's crazy. Well, now, the Hermit. The Temperance. Wow. And the Ten of Pentacles. You know, this card has been coming out a lot in some of the other readings. So what do I have? I have 1, 2, 3 wands, a cup, a pentacle, and 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. So this is a spiritual lesson for some of you, even though I don't understand necessarily what the problem is here, or could be. Maybe overextending yourself in some way, shape, or form. I have 2 3s here. I don't know why that dog barking. That's little Non. And I don't know if she's barking at the cat. I think she's barking at the cat. What is over the entire reading? The Ten of Swords. Well, now, Cancer, what is happening? Hold on one second. Non! Knock it off. Okay, what is happening or has happened, Cancer? Well, let's start off with the energy over the entire reading. So if some of you are in or feel or think that you've been betrayed or the situation can't get any worse than it already is. Well, if it can't get any worse than it already is, that's kind of good news. You know what I mean? I guess it depends on how you look at it. This card is the darkest before the dawn. Maybe some of you have been under a lot of pressure and tension. Maybe you've been experiencing pains in your hip, lower back, upper back, shoulders, neck, and head, you know. But this card also has an indication of even a legal issue. And this card can say that if it's a legal issue, you know, it might not rule so well in your favor. It doesn't say you're going to lose. It just says it may not go, you know, in your favor, so to speak. So I guess you could say that's losing, but it doesn't feel like that. And looking at this, it also speaks to a trip, travel over, by, around water, near water. Okay. But it's a 10, and the 10 says that the crisis point has been reached. And now there's the next card in the series is the Ace. It's going to start all over again. So this is going to be something new. It will be changing. So that's kind of an odd card to come out. And I don't understand, from looking at all of these wonderful cards, I just don't see what this may be about. But I was talking when I first started, past, present, future, interplay of the cards, that here some of you may have decided to just go ahead and remodel or decorate your home. But this can also be the idea of new finances having come in for you. Okay? This is a card of kindness, nostalgia, generosity, caring, the exchanging of gifts, going ahead and doing that, making the determination to do that. I would say that there are at least 3 people involved because I have the 2 3s, but I will, it could be a family situation. There's a couple here and kids there. Here we have another representation, but this is a group of people, the man, the woman, the child, the old man, even the 2 dogs are included in here. And just kind of curious. It just kind of doesn't make any sense for me. But no matter what, the Sun card has come out. And even though you can say in one respect that all of the major arcana cards are yes cards, the Sun is an absolute yes. And there's 2 representations of this time of perhaps of summer, or maybe even going into the fall. The Sun is about abundance and growth and positivity and happiness. the Empress is about growth and abundance and fertility. It's a gestational period, in the sense that it's about things that you nurture. So this could be project, it could be children, it could be your home or creative endeavor. So sometimes contracts fall under the Empress. But then we come to this Hermit card, which I feel is kind of out of place of all the cards here. And what I'm picking up is that even though for some of you this may be, you do have something to celebrate, that life is pretty okay, some of you feel alone and isolated. And I don't know why that is. I can see here in the center that some of you may have been taking on a bit more than you can handle. The Ten of Wands says that you have the ability, the strength, and the fortitude to do that, yes. But also that you may be, by doing that, by taking on more than you can handle, you are taking on more responsibilities from other people who should be doing those things. And therefore you are robbing them of their opportunity to learn the lessons of cause and effect, or karma. Maybe you're a mom and that's what you do. You're trying to make sure that the kids, have everything that they need and whatnot. But sometimes you do have to kind of let go and let loose and stand back and trust that what you've taught them, morals, values, things of that nature, have stuck to them. Okay. So I'm kind of puzzled about this Hermit card, but the Hermit card is the idea of going within to seek the answers within. It is about meditation. It is about study. It is about also the ability to return from your moment of isolation and meditation and share what you have learned with others. But then we come to the Temperance card, this idea of moderation. The Temperance card is a card of healing, but it speaks about healing through time, okay? And calmness and compassion. It speaks about the idea of compromise, that sometimes in order to find a solution to a problem, we must learn to compromise. It talks about moderation of everything, in speech, in thought, in act, in deed, spending money. It's just talking about moderation, and that is the key and the answer to everything. And I feel that perhaps maybe some of you either think or feel that you are off track in some way. This is a 9, and the 9 is a focus on completion of events. Okay? And maybe all of this that you've been doing, you're getting ready to kind of wind down. Okay? Whatever this thing is about to come to a close or to an end, or you're in the final stages of it. And so this is a moment for you to take a step back, to reflect on everything that you've done before moving forward. But when you move forward, you're going to have to move forward in a balance, in moderation. And with the Ten of Pentacles, to me, the Ten of Pentacles, it speaks about, and it's, I have 2 10s here as well. So 2 3s and 2 10s. Actually, there's 3, but I'm going to look at that in just a second. 3s, 2 3s can be, I think it's a small but pleasant surprise. Hold on, let me make sure. Wrong thing. In one interpretation, one of you is craving more excitement. I don't know. The other meaning of the 2 3s is, one second. The other meaning of the 2 3s is a small but pleasant surprise. 2 10s, the end of a relationship or phase in a relationship, or a career change for the better. Okay. And then I have this thing of 3 10s can speak about arguments over money matters. I don't necessarily see any arguments here unless it's this. Okay. But this 10 of Pentacles is basically, it speaks about security and financial well-being. It's about family businesses or family wealth that has been accrued or generated, what have you, and it's going to be enough to pass down to future generations. It talks about focusing on, let me just read it to you here, okay? The 10 of Pentacles signifies a time of comfort, security, and material abundance and prosperity, especially with her sitting over it. Remember, we were talking about the property. Maybe some of you wanted to move, have been wanting to move. So it says it has connections to 10 of Pentacles with buying and acquiring property, which can be seen as the acquisition of solid foundations of the future. It could be alluding to a possible inheritance or monetary gift from a family. It can be referring to the attainment and or recognition of a career advancement or promotion. It may also be referring to a social standing within a community, club, or group. It suggests that you may need to be involved in family and domestic affairs, as you may be taking too much for granted at this time. It says there is a focus on family matters when the 10 of Pentacles appears. You will find that your home environment is the most powerful influence in your life at this time. But it may be that another member of your family is having a difficult time financially and you are in a position to assist. You now have the opportunity to repay your family for all their support and love. You will be able to show your gratitude by showing your rewards and wealth. But it is also asking you to be patient with yourself if you are recovering from some emotional issue or problem. But it can also be talking about a sick pet, and that's not what's coming across. Okay, that is not what's coming across. It says that it's a health warning to do with the pet. The message is to have the pet or animal seen to by a professional as soon as possible, as to do this will catch and cure the problem before it exacerbates. But, you know, that doesn't quite what it feels like. It just doesn't. And as long as I've been reading cards, that one has never kind of come up before, that meaning. But I'm throwing it out there anyway. So let's turn these cards over. And what does that leave me? Leaves me these wands, this focus and determination. The cups and the pentacle as they relate to these cards. So I don't know why I turned them over. Let me turn them back over. I was thinking it was a court card, but oddly enough, there's no court cards here. Right? So let's start at the beginning with the Six of Cups. And we're going to take them in the exact order in which they fell to see if there's any additional information. Nothing about the Six of Cups with any of these. It speaks about a reunion with long-lost family or friends. It tells us someone from the past appearing in your life, or a new friend or acquaintance will have a great deal in common with you. It speaks about, of course, the exchange of gifts. It speaks about indicating that a new career opportunity or change of residence may be presented to you in the very near future. A type of inheritance or special treat may come along unexpectedly. So this is kind of why I'm a bit puzzled by what this is. Very puzzled by that. Let's move over to the wands. The Three of Wands. Nothing about the Three of Wands next to any of these cards. The Four of Wands. Hold on. The Four of Wands. With the Hermit. Tells of a very independent and creative individual who possesses the ability of self-expression. It denotes a decidedly individual person with the strong ability of self-expression and depicts one who is very creative when alone and who is very individual. Now, remember, this is what I was talking about here. that gestational period, when we're talking about projects and creative endeavors, okay? Giving birth to something and working on it, that gestational period, okay? So that's what I mean sometimes when I talk about the pregnancy of the high priestess. I don't necessarily see, but then maybe some of you might be pregnant and not know it. That's always a possibility. I'm going to the Ten of Wands now. Nothing about the Ten of Wands. And then we go to the Ten of Pentacles, and I did see something back here. The Ten of Pentacles with the Sun. It is an indication that happiness and contentment is around you at this time. It also indicates that your desires are coming to fruition, and or the answer to your question is yes. So I don't know what the answer to your question is. And what I find odd is this Ten of Swords. And I even find this Hermit odd. But the truth of the matter is, Cancer, I don't feel that there's anything hidden here. I don't feel that there's anything that you need to watch out for. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull a Golden Nostradamus card. This is probably one of the easiest readings I've done. Well, if you've, accomplished something really, really good, if you're getting a new job or a new home or promotion, or somebody sends you a windfall, or, you've got this great idea and it seems like it's going to be paying off for you, you should really pat yourself on the back. These have been a tough couple of years. So, here we go. Here's your card. It is I want to say the Knight. It's a funny card to come out. This whole reading was kind of funny, to be honest with you. The Knight. Pay attention. A wedding is on the horizon, or perhaps an alliance with an important, noble, or powerful person is in the offing. Academic diplomas, honors, or newfound freedoms or powers may arrive. Well, if I'm looking at this future column over here, that looks pretty darn good to me. Even this looks pretty darn good to me. And in a sense, it kind of says these two cards together are telling me that whatever this thing is, you've done it yourself. Okay? And that is always something to be proud of, an achievement, whether you get recognition for it or not. The personal satisfaction of knowing that you were able to do something, create something, build on something, and bring it to fruition is always a good thing. So again, pat yourself on the back. So that's what I have for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I will speak to you guys soon. Until next time, be well, stay safe, and namaste.